Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Now we're going to do a review of Sea Salt and Paper by Pandasaurus Games. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up. Takes about 30 minutes to play. Hopefully you had a chance to check out or how to play and play through. So first we'll give an overview, and then we will give a rating, and then the reasons for our rating. So this is a score so many points game based on the number of players. So if you're playing with 2 players, whoever gets 40 points first wins, then 35 for 3 and 30 points for a 4-player game. You see there's different kinds of cards here. There are duo cards where you need to have a pair, and you can play them from your hand for their effect. You don't have to, you can keep them in your hand, and if you have a duo at the end of the round, you'll score the points. But when you do play them, you get the effect. So 2 boats gives you, you can take a second turn. 2 fish, you can draw from the draw deck, the top card. 2 crabs, again, each one gives you 1 point. 2 crabs allows you to draw from 1 or 2 discard piles. You'll see when we do a sample turn, you'll have 2 discard piles. The swimmer and the shark, you'll see it's the only one that doesn't have matching icons. You get to steal a card from an opponent's hand. Now these cards will stay in your hand and will only be revealed at the end of the round. And these are collector cards, so we've shown 3 of 5 possible octopuses. And if you have 3 here, for instance, that's 6 points. If you had a 4th one, it would be 9. If you had all 5, there's only 5 in the deck. There's a little 5 right here where my finger is. You score 12. Penguins, there's only 3 in the deck. If you have all 3, it's worth 5. Shells, here 3 of them are worth 4, but if you had all 6, it's worth 10. There's only 2 sailors. Only one of them is worth 0, but if you had both of them, it's worth 5. Then you have multiplier cards here. For every boat you have, so if I did play 2, it would be worth 1 point for the pair, plus 1 more for this multiplier card, so it'd be worth 1 plus 1 plus 1 would be worth 3. And if you had 1 that wasn't a pair, you can still count that anyway. 1 for each fish, 2 for each penguin, and 3 for each sailor. Now mermaids are special. There's a special victory condition here. If you manage to collect all 4, you win the game immediately. You just reveal it and say, I have all 4 mermaids, and you win. But at the end of the round, they allow you to score cards of color. So for instance here are the different colors. And there's 9 dark blue, but only 1 orange. So if you had 4 dark blue cards, whether it's crabs, boats, octopuses, you would get 4 points for 1 mermaid. If you had a second mermaid and you had, for instance, 3 yellow cards, you would get 3 points for your yellow card. So for every mermaid that you have, gives you points for cards of matching colors. If you had 3, you would score a 3rd color. Now, mermaids are also a color. They're white. They can score themselves. So the round is pretty easy. You always draw a card. You either draw 2 cards from the draw pile, keep 1 and discard 1, or you draw the top card from 1 of the discard piles. It's optional then if you want to play a duo cards where you play a crab, the boats,
Or a fish.
the shark, or the
fish.
The fish. You don't have to play them. You can keep it back. And then the other decision you have to make, if you have at least 7 points of cards, whether it's in your hands or dual cards that you've played, a combination of, you can decide to stop the round or to do what's called last chance. So I'm going to show that right here. So if you say stop, basically everybody reveals their cards and counts them. But you can't call stop until you have at least 7 points. The other players don't have the 7 points, but you must have 7 points if you're going to say stop. The last chance, you must also have at least 7 points. And you're betting that you'll have more points than your opponents. If you do, you get what's called a color bonus, like a mermaid. Now you don't count the color bonus in your 7 points, and it's in addition to the points that you have if you win the bet. So if I had 3 yellow, and I called last chance with 8 points, and I won the last chance, nobody exceeded me. They can tie me, but they have to exceed me for me to lose the bet. So if I have at least as many points as my opponents or more, I win the bet, and I would get the color bonus. So say if I had 8 points, and I had 3 yellow cards as my most numerous matching color, I would get 8 plus 3, 11 points. All my opponents just get their color bonus. So I'd say Julie she had 7 points of cards. She lost the last chance, And by the way, once I call last chance or stop, I have to reveal my hand. That way you don't make a mistake and say, oh, I have this many points, and you say, oh, I guess I didn't. So you got to reveal your hand. Then Julie would get one more round, and if she doesn't exceed whatever points I had, say I had 8, but Julie only had 7, so she lost it, and she only had 2 dark blues. She'd only get 2 points. She lost 5 points basically because I gambled that I would have more points than her. But I say I lost. Julie had more points than me. She gets all her points, say she had 9 points of cards, but I only get my color bonus, and like I said, if I had 3 yellow, she would get her 9 points, but I would only get 3. And if I only had if I would have had 8 points, I would have lost those 5 because she exceeded my 8 points. So I know that's a little confusing. That's why we're going to play a little round here. All right, so we're going to play open. We're going to put our cards here that would be in our hand. We don't normally get to see that. And if we play any duos, they're going to go right here above our hand. So Julie, go ahead and go first. So she's showing the 2 cards that she drew. I don't get to see that. And she's going to decide which card to put in her hand. Now, she could have drew the top card. So I can take this card or this card, but I'm going to draw 2. So I'm not supposed to see this, but I'm just putting it down here. All right, I'm keeping that for sure. Because if I get 4 of those, I win.
Oh, well, if he's got a mermaid.
Yeah. Julie wouldn't normally know that.
Well, you just said if I get 4, I would know right away.
I know, but I'm talking out loud. So now Julie, I don't know this, but Julie has 2. Octopus has 3 points. Right now, I only have 1 point because you can count the mermaid itself for 1 color. I know that color is white. Mm-hmm. All right, well, I don't want her to get the octopus because I know she grabbed it. I would like to keep the seashell, but I can't do both. So part of the game here is to make sure that your opponent doesn't keep on getting cards they need. All right, well, I'm doing that. She doesn't know that.
Probably got another octopus.
Yeah, we're trying not to look at her cards. So part of the strategy is to cover things up. Either colors or what somebody might want to go for. So Julie's covering up it really doesn't matter in this case, but sometimes you discard things in a way where it doesn't help the other player. So this is word 0, this is word 0. But because of the mermaid, I'll have 2 points for these 2 green. Okay. I could be taken from the discard pile, but I'd rather push my luck here.
He's trying to get another
Actually,
mermaid.
I'm going to cover up this one, hoping this stays up. Now, I'm thinking out loud there. I wouldn't tell Julie that.
Well, I'm taking it because of this multiplier.
Yeah, so Julie has a multiplier, that's why she's taking it.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if she plays this as a duel. She can just keep it back in her hand and we'll score 1 point because of the multiplier.
And I didn't take it because he said, I hope it stays up. I just took it because I have my multiplier.
Okay. You see why I'm going to take this into my hand because I'm going for it too, but I don't want Julie to get it.
We got up. Okay. Well, this is an easy one. I'm taking the mermaid.
Now, if I think Julie has a mermaid, I can do the swimmer and shark and try to steal it from her. All right, so I'm doing this. I'm playing the ship. I get to go again.
Okay.
I'm going to draw again. I could take the fish, but I don't want to. Oh, that's nice. But Julie's going to take the other one. Now, if Julie saw me throw away a penguin, she must have think, well, he must have gotten a really good card. Because penguins are easy to score.
That's why I took it.
Oh,
So you probably got a mermaid and you had to throw away a
see, another
penguin.
good card. That multiplier is nice to have if you're going for fish.
Okay, and I'm going to play this.
She's going to rob me.
So I'm going to rob him because
Okay.
there's a swimmer and a fish there. So that means I get to, that's a duo. So now I get to steal from him. I'm going to take this one. And I got an octopus.
That's a bummer. She just lowered my points. Now, Julie could decide to do stop. Let's see how many points you have.
I'm
Okay.
going to stop.
Well, you have 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's 0.
Mm-hmm.
Every boat you have is 1 because of the multiplier.
Mm-hmm.
So 6, 7. Your mermaid is going to count up your most numerous color is purple. So that's 7 plus 3, 10.
And then my penguin.
11, and this is worth 12, the pair. So Julie says, you
Stop.
could say last chance. Let's do last chance.
Okay, last chance.
So Julie's gambling. Now, if she said stop, she'd get 12, then I count my points. Okay? But with 12, that's pretty good at this early in the game. It's worth it for her to do it. So she's betting that she's going to have more points than me. So she reveals her hand. I verified that she has at least 7 points. She has 12. I get one more try here. One more turn. And I didn't get crap. I'll take the green. At least I can get more points for my mermaid. Okay. So so now I reveal my hand. This is worth 0. That's worth nothing. This is worth 2. The penguin's worth 3. 4 for this duo. So I have 4. Now I do my mermaids. This mermaid is 1, 2, 3. That's my numerous color. 7. And my other mermaid, all my other colors, that's, white would be 2, the 2 mermaids. So what did I say I had?
7.
7 plus 2, 9. So Julie beat me. So she's going to get 12 points plus her color bonus, kind of like getting another mermaid. She gets 3 more points, so she gets 15 points. And because I lost the bet, I only get my color bonus. I would have gotten 7 points, right? Now I only get 3 points. Julie gets 15, and I get 3. And then we would pick all this up and play another round. And we play until we get to 40, or until somebody gets
Make it a drinking game.
4 mermaids. I guess you could. All right, so let's go over our rating now. Let's see what we gave it.
Okay, I know what I gave it.
We both said 9.
Woo-hoo. Yes.
We've been playing this game a lot lately.
Yes.
We're not
A
ready
lot.
to give it a 10. Azul, we gave a 10 because we played it every day for a year, and we still play it to this day.
Yes.
Will this game be played
It might be.
over the next year and 5, 10 years? You can go to a 10 if that's the case.
Yeah.
It could be that, we haven't gotten the expansion.
Oh.
It could be that it's really cool and could drop down to an 8 or a 7. But right now it's a 9 because we really like it that much.
Yes, we do.
Let's see why we like it so much.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
Wow.
addictive. Because
Yes.
we're playing it so much. Hand management, set collection, race to score so many points game. And it's fun surprises. Drawing, going for certain things. Or I did win once where I got the mermaid. I had 3 mermaids, and I thought, does Julie have the mermaid? I played the shark and swimmer, and I got lucky, and I drew her mermaid.
You did.
And I won immediately. That was fun.
For him?
Now, there's more strategy than you can think of here, because how you discard, what you decide to go for.
Yep.
If you decide to just stop and score points, or to do last chance, again, that's part of the push your luck. That's just fun. Mm-hmm. It's a cool art theme with the
Oh, yeah.
origami.
So pretty.
Now, I don't know if it's computer generated origami or real origami, but whatever the case is,
Whatever it is, it's cool.
it's cool. Yes. It does play quickly, especially with 2 players.
Yes.
You might only play 3 to 5 hands with 2
Yeah.
players, depending on how aggressive you are. It has minor take that with the fish.
Very minor. With the swimmer and the shark.
The swimmer and the shark. That's what I meant. The swimmer and the shark.
Yeah.
There's some reference cards. That's good, and it's average card quality. The reason why I didn't give a plus for the reference cards. This is nice. Okay, end of round. The dual cards, how they work. Mm-hmm. But you know what it's missing?
Well,
It doesn't. So when you're first playing this, you got to keep the rule book open. Now that we've played it a lot, I don't even need to look at this anymore. But it would have been nice to have this as a reference card too.
oh, the multiplier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a challenging rule book to learn correctly. We were playing something wrong at first. Mm-hmm. Figured it out.
Right.
Then we had to go to BGG to figure out how to do the mermaids. Because what
We did. Well, he did.
what you can get confused at here, I mean, it makes sense once you understand it, but dual cards are played out of your hand to get the effect. But we were thinking that mermaids were also dual cards. No, they're just basically cards that you keep back in your hand.
Unless you're afraid they're going to get stolen, then you would want to put them down.
Right. No, you don't play it down. You don't.
You don't?
You don't play them down at all.
Oh, well then, forget
So
that.
what's here, you have some examples, right? But there's not enough narrative to understand how it exactly works. They needed to include a round of playthrough to learn how to play it correctly. So we're experienced gamers. I'm very experienced, obviously, with a dissertation on how to write rule books. The fact that we had to go to BGG for a couple of rules explanations to really understand it, they needed to include more narrative examples and a round of playthrough. So in other words, it's a little too concise.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can say, oh, look, you can learn our game with this just one page of rules. You think you're going to learn it right until you find out that you're not playing a couple things right. And you have this great ad here. You could have included a round of playthrough here.
Yeah.
So when a publisher does this, and people hear, this is a great game, unless you're an experienced gamer that's going to go to BGG or watch a video, they may have a bad experience not playing it correctly.
Ah.
Okay? You could have made these ads half the size and did a round of playthrough right here instead.
Sure.
Okay?
That makes sense.
All right, so let's see what Julie had to say.
Not as detailed as David, which is appropriate for me. I think this is a super fun race to get the most points card game. I think the art is very cool and the colors are very pretty. They're very soothing. They're not like in your face. They're just very, very subtle colors. I love it.
Card quality, you said, is average, basically.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to hold up for a while, but at first, they're really hard to shuffle. Then they get a little stiffer as you play the game more.
But look how pretty the colors are.
Well, the colors are pretty. It's just that the card stock is average.
That's what I said. Easy to learn and play for me because I didn't have to learn the rules. I was just taught it and I picked up on it pretty fast. It does play fast with 2 players. And there's just a little bit of the take that. And it's not like totally mean, like you're going to cry if you get your card taken away. It's just the way
unless
it
you're
is.
overly sensitive.
Yeah.
So, this came out in 2022, I looked it up, but I don't think it was only available last year in the States.
Oh, okay.
This would have made, we didn't get a chance to do a top games of 2023. This might have made our top 10 list. That's how good this is.
Oh, yeah. I think it would have, for sure.
So, again, Bruno Cathala is one of our favorite designers.
Yes, we have a lot of games by him. You figured out we had, what, gosh, I don't remember
At
how
least
many.
10.
Yeah.
And these are games that would be in our top 100.
Yeah.
Well, so thanks for watching.
Thanks so much, you guys. We hope he's got you excited to maybe pick one, your own copy. And please check out our How to Play and Playthrough, and we'll see you in the next video.
I was about to say, though, that...
Oh.
I didn't want to interrupt you, honey.
I was on a roll.
Yeah, I know you were. We're looking forward. We want to get the expansion, too. There's an expansion for this.
Oh, okay.
So we're looking forward to getting that. So thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
All
Bye.
right, bye-bye.